Hi guys, what's up? My name is Karthike and today we are going to talk about the Premiere Pro interface and how to import a file in Premiere for editing. So without any delay, let's start the video. The Premiere interface is displayed with a layout having multiple windows. Each window has a specific function assigned to it. The layout can be manually adjusted by clicking and dragging the lines between any two windows. The layout can be automatically adjusted through Menu, Window, and Workspace. The Workspace has many options that can be selected to set a layout for a specific type of operation. This is a project window. The data used for editing is imported in this window. The details of all the imported files are displayed in the project window. In the project window, a new bin can be created that is used as a folder to use the imported data. When an imported clip is selected in the project window, its properties are displayed on the upper side. The thumbnail on the upper side has a play button that is used to play a clip in the thumbnail. Expand the window horizontally to view the details of clip such as frame rate, clip duration, time code, in and out point of that clip imported to the project window. This is a source window. After importing the editing data to the project window, it can be dragged to the source window or double-click the file to open it in the source window. The source window is used to validate the original file content. The source window has a set of playback control buttons that can be used to play the file in it. This is a play and stop button. This is used to play or stop a clip. A blue color playhead is visible in the timeline of the source window. And the shortcut for the play and stop button is spacebar on your keyboard. So the clip you just saw is from one of my recent videos that I have uploaded on this channel. The video is about my journey from Bhopal to Pune solo. You guys can go and check it out. Now back to the video. Now these buttons are called step back and step forward buttons. These buttons are used to move ahead or back by a single frame, and the shortcut for these buttons are left and the right arrow on your keyboard. Now these buttons are called in and out point button, and these are used to specify a portion in the full clip. By default, the in and out points are set to the start and end respectively, and the shortcut for these buttons are I for in point and O for out point on your keyboard. And these buttons are called the go to in and go to out point buttons, and these are used to set the playhead position in the in and out point. And the shortcut for these buttons are Shift plus I for the in point position and Shift plus O for the out point position on your keyboard. This is a playhead. Playhead positions specify the current time frame in the source window. This is a sequence window or a timeline. The area with a timeline where the complete edit lineup is arranged is called the sequence window. The sequence window has a specific number of videos and audio tracks. Where the video and audio clips are arranged, the default number of tracks in the sequence window is set at the time of new sequence setting using the track tab. The video and the audio track can be enabled or disabled using the toggle track output switch. The switch is displayed in the form of an eye icon for the video tracks and M for the audio tracks. The timeline is displayed with a blue color playhead that indicates the current time position on a timeline. A vertical blue line with a playhead indicates the exact time frame of audio and video tracks. Tracks can be added or deleted from a timeline. To add a track, right-click the video or audio track header area and select Add Track. Now this is a program window. The result of editing process that takes place in the sequence timeline is displayed in the program window. It has the same set of playback control buttons that are available within the source monitor. Now how to import a file for editing. To import a file in Premiere for editing, there are some ways to do so. First one is go to Menu, then File, then Import. And shortcut for that is Ctrl+I. Or right-click the project window and select Import option from the list or double-click the project window. An import window will be displayed after the completion of this step. This window helps to navigate to a location where the files used for editing are stored. and one of the simplest way to import the file is just drag and drop the file in the project window. After importing the footage or a clip into the project window, the next step is to put that clip on the timeline. When a shoot happens, the clips are always captured with some extra frames as well as in the end. A clip can directly be dragged into the timeline but will include all the other frames which are not even required. To avoid these unwanted frames in the clip on the timeline, the clip is first dragged into the source window. Scrub the time head to check the start frame for the clip. Click the Mark In button to set the in point for the clip. After setting the in point, scrub the time head to decide the end frame for the clip and click the Out Point button. After setting the in and out point in the source window, drag the clip from source window to the timeline. Only those frames will be inserted in the timeline which are in between the in and out point. Now these are some tabs. You can consider them as a department of an office to do some specific type of operations. This is an assembly section. This is an editing section. This is for the color grading. This is for the effects. This is for the audio. And this is for the graphics, and so on. We will talk about them later in some other videos. So guys, that's it for this video, and if you want to learn about photo and video editing, then consider subscribing my channel for more videos and press the bell icon. And thank you for watching this video till here. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and comment your thoughts in the comment section how you like the video. So yeah, once again, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.